Let's not bicker and argue about who killed who.
What is that from?
It's from Monty Python.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
I thought you were doing that, that one viral dude who's going, what murder?
Oh, I don't know that one. Though I do see Spider-Man here. That's fabulous. But why does Spider-Man have an open back? What is the shirt you... Oh, I see you've done a shirt. Okay, so you got the shirt, and then you put the... This is great. That's a great Spider-Man. Oh, and you got the little, these cables? But it kind of works as your webbing? I see what you went for. I see how it works. Yeah, well done. Well done.
Where's Spider? Oh,
no, just over there. Yeah.
That's Spider-Man. I mean, it's into the Spider-Verse. You buy your first Spider-Man costume. You buy from a Halloween store.
From things,
but then it's also the last appearance of Stan Lee, so everybody starts crying because it's opening day of Into the Spider-Verse, and Stan Lee had recently passed away, and no one was really prepared for that moment. This is an extremely specific example.
Wait, wasn't the Spider-Verse a cartoon?
Yes.
Okay, but it was his cartoon personage and his
Have
voice.
you not seen Into the Spider-Verse?
What, the first one, right?
Yes, I'm talking about the first one.
With Square Lad villain. The squarest villain ever. What was his name?
This is Kingpin?
Kingpin, yeah.
All right, so Stan Lee appears as himself, and he looks like himself in that movie.
I've seen it once, I didn't, take notes or anything like that. I didn't realize being quizzed today.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean, it's literally it's very touching. It's extremely touching.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched it a bunch of times because it's like a perfect movie, but yeah. But then there's the sequel. Let's not talk.
No, let's not talk about that. Apparently,
let's not talk about how everybody gaslit themselves into thinking that the sequel was better than the first.
Oh, I did finish Transformers 1 over the weekend.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah, I finally finished that. I got Paramount Plus for a little bit.
Oh, nice. I have Paramount Plus at the moment. I should go watch Transformers 1.
You should. Okay. Since you haven't, I won't share my opinion. Go enjoy it.
You can share your opinion, man. I like Transformers. I'm not like a raging Transformers fan. I don't.
Yeah, no.
You're not gonna hurt me.
It was really, dude. It moves a mile a minute. They did a phenomenal job. The story writers, animation, all that, fan-freaking-tastic. Suffers a little bit from stardoms in the voice acting roles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a great face. You emote well when your body is on screen, but your voice a little weak. And one of those,
Okay.
And
the dream. I call that DreamWorks symptom.
A little bit of DreamWorks, yeah. And then you have, kind of your Robin Williams equivalents like Steve Buscemi doing voice acting. You're like, well, look at this man voice act. He knows what to do. So there's this weird juxtaposition as you get deeper into the movie, and you're like, oh, wow, it's popping off. But I love a sequel. Oh my God, what they set up for a sequel would be freaking hot. Awesome. And then I watched one other movie this weekend, Barbarella. Watch Barbarella.
What the frick is Barbarella?
Barbarella is a 1968 free love space voyage movie.
I was about to say, it sounds like something that would have not Ralph McQuarrie. Who's the Conan poster art guy?
Oh yes, I have his art on my wall.
Oh my God. Oh, my brain hurts. I'm so mad.
Frank Frazetta.
Thank
Frank
you.
Frazetta, yes.
Oh, I couldn't think of Frazetta. I couldn't pull it from my brain.
Yeah, no, I got that.
Yeah, and I'm correct. Is this Frazetta? This shirt looks like Frazetta I'm staring at.
It's very Frazetta. This is my Frazetta print that I got on my wall there.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm looking at a Barbarella poster right now, and it looks Frazetta.
It was technically a UK, I believe, French comic book, considered to be one of the first, NC-17 comic books ever made. And the UK freaking loved it. And this movie, top performed for 1968, which had some bangers, man. 1968, hell of movies. Suffers seriously in the music department. Holy crap. Imagine if Star Wars used music of its time period. It was bad.
That's a huge reason Star Wars was a success that it was because before Star Wars, sci-fi movies sounded like what I imagined Barbarella, having not seen it, probably sounds like.
Yeah, but honestly, it had some fun moments. It was kind of a comedy. You could definitely see the heavy metal sort of future that laid before it. And it was a fun exploration. I also learned a fabulous...
Can I ask what led you there? How'd you end up there? That seems intensely random.
It is intensely random. Well, Kristen came across a fabulous phrase this weekend. Let's call it, I mean, there's no better way to say it. Raw dogging a movie is the phrase that she came across this weekend. And it was basically, it was an internet post saying that we need to dog more movies. We're all over-connected. You shouldn't have your phone out during the movie. You should open it completely organically, have no idea what it's about, and just start a movie. And you should do that with video games and more movies. And when you're done with it, you're done. You don't look up jack. You don't let anyone inform your opinion. You just go into life thinking, wow, that was a film. You don't look up who the actors were. You just completely raw.
Okay, hold on. Oh man. Okay, all right. This is novel. Okay, I was so ready to jump on you, being like, are you telling me that you learned to not look up spoilers before watching a movie, Kyle? What a novel concept. But no, what you're discussing is actually is quite novel. So we, upon finding this terminology, we went to Paramount Plus, which we currently have a subscription for, found something that we're like, oh yeah, I've heard of that. What the hell was that about? And then proceeded to watch it in its entirety. This is literally how we lived with Blockbuster when we were kids. Yeah. Outside of new releases, of course. The thumbnail was cool, so you clicked on it. Yes. Which is, how I ended up seeing all kinds of things. Yeah. And I tend to overlook up things. Like, I want to know who the director was in the middle of the movie. I'm worrying who the actor is, who this and that person was. And when it's over, I like to read, like, production and how much money it made and whether or not. So we're experimenting with this concept. And so you're going to actually see movies again. Maybe, right? At least start them. I might turn off more movies because I dislike them. And, I won't know the redeeming quality there deeper in, but there is a chance I'll just, be a part of more movies. I like living my life and just kind of, accepting the reality of the strays I will catch, and the strays I'm talking about in this point at this point are takes, Mm-hmm. Like I don't need to over police my intake of reviews, trailers, spoilers, that kind of a thing. Sure. But I like this. I like what you're saying. It's a good concept. So was it just on Paramount Plus, and you just decided to? It was just there. Like, it was something we'd both heard of. I love Conan the Barbarian. I love heavy metal. I love isekais, which of course, like, it's not the movie where they're barely dressed. Like watching isekai. Like, come on, it's not. Maybe they're real people, and that's the block point. But it's a classic, and it apparently was just wildly successful. So I didn't completely complete the phrase topic, because after the fact I did end up looking up a couple of factoids for my own interest. Like, I agree with most of what you just described. That don't go deeper because you want to at the end, I think is if that's my reaction to that is dumb and needlessly limiting. Staying focused during the movie, probably a pretty decent idea, Oh yeah, 100%. We go to the You Can Eat Here theater. Mostly because they have a really nice projector sound system and the seats don't have holes in them. But I'm really kind of over being in a theater with people eating. It pisses me off. Everyone's like just a rude, selfish troglodyte. Because they have little lamps so you can see what you eat. Yeah. And the last two movies we've seen there's just been some dipshit retiree next to us that doesn't know how to turn their light off. So they just sit there the whole movie with their light on. And we just saw Nosferatu, which is the darkest movie I've ever seen. Interesting. And they just had the stupid little snake light on the whole time. And I'm not a violent man, but I have my limits. I had many intrusive, violent thoughts while watching Nosferatu. I can see that environment getting a little hedonistic, yeah, man. You got food sounds and whatnot. Oh man, yeah. It's a shame, because the last time I didn't go to that theater was when I saw the Batman years ago now, which is when I told you like kids were literally throwing bottle caps the entire 3-hour runtime, and I was like, I got pelted a couple times. Yeah, and I was like, well, I'm never going to the normal theater ever again. So, yeah.
I do like pausing too. So sometimes I can get into the idea of like, I love this movie so much, I'm going to take my time in the bathroom, because when I watch it again, there's going to be a whole 10-minute segment that I didn't even know existed, and what a surprise and joy that'll be. But for the most part, I feel like I'm halfway through a movie and I'm just getting interested, and I would rather watch at home.
I do kind of. I love going to a movie theater, but I think that is starting to get chipped away at for me. I'm really starting to enjoy my home viewing experience.
Well, you've been working on it too, you know. You got your entertainment system, your movies, your HDs, whatever's, and
the 4K physicals.
Yeah, exactly.
Which by the way, Jackie
sense.
Brown was released today on 4K physical for the first time. I need to order that.
I don't know what that is. Oh,
more Tarantino films are starting to come out on 4K. I
nice.
think the goal is by the end of the year, most of his movies will be on 4K physical.
Very
I'm really
cool.
excited for Kill Bill. I want to see Kill Bill on 4K physical. So damn bad. Is that out yet?
Hey everyone, and welcome to our Clips and Highlights channel. If you want to keep up with everything Kyle and I have going on, make sure you subscribe to the main Grinding Gear YouTube channel, which is where we actually do these streams. That's right, we stream right here on YouTube. Oh, and sub to the Grinding Gear podcast. Apple, Google, Spotify, really any podcast platform. We're probably there. Thanks.
Finished Skeleton Crew, the Star Wars show.
Nice. How was that?
It's in my top 3 for Star Wars shows. I think it's one of the best things they've ever done for a Star Wars television show.
Are you including animated TV shows in that?
No.
Okay.
I'm specifically I should have specified post Disney Star Wars television.
Okay. Because top 3 would leave you with what? Mandalorian to Boba Fett.
My top 3, probably in order. I don't like doing order, but this is probably order for live action Star Wars shows would be Andor, Mandalorian Season 1, Skeleton Crew.
Wasn't Andor? No, wait. Rogue One's the movie. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That sounds good. That sounds good.
Yeah. I'd probably, that's probably my top 3. And with Andor and Mando Season 1, I kind of have an Aliens thing going on, because you've heard me ramble off before how I think Alien is like the better film, but I'd rather watch Aliens.
Sure.
I would rather watch Mandalorian Season 1, but Andor is definitely just like better. It's like a near perfect product.
I get you.
It's like, weirdly, it feels important for Star Wars, which is weird.
But I can gather.
Yeah.
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, I like the Andor. I'm excited for Season 2. So, yeah. Anyway, I loved Skeleton Crew, and sadly, it looks like no one watched it. The ratings seem to have not been great for it. So there you go, Kyle. There's a vote for Raw Dog. Like, don't not consider Skeleton Crew because you saw a headline saying it didn't pull a lot of viewers.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't. I guess that matters, right? If we're gonna get more, ultimately, it's all out. It's all on Disney Plus.
Yes, it's completely available.
It's all made up.
Oh, Kill Bill's out on fucking 4K. I'm getting tagged I'm getting tagged right now. Is this 1 and 2?
Perfection.
This is only 1? Wait, what's happening? Why is it $40? Oh, it's a steel book. Oh, this looks cool though. I kind of want to spend the money. Shit. Lionsgate Limited has. Oh my god, dude, this is okay. All right, this is for after.
Books. Yeah, that's kind of
this
the
is
thing
for
right
after
now.
stream.
Yeah.
This is an after stream.
Kristen does the Instagrams, the shorts and whatnot. So she shows me some shorts. It's kind of my weird window to the outside world. And I guess they're
All
called
your windows to the outside world are weird.
What was it on Instagram? They're called Reels. They're called Reels on Instagram. Anyway,
it's called TikTok at home.
There is an absolute waterfall, a cascade of bring back good villains happening over there. And the comparison often being like, I'm the evil witch who murdered your father and posed as your great aunt to ruin your life. Modern Disney, I'm your grandmother who weathered some tough times.
Yeah, it depends what
and it's like,
at.
it's what it's about healing. It's about process. But it is kind of funny to see some requests to bring back villainy in all its aspects.
Yeah. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Because I look at it's easy for me to go, yeah, it's an MCU problem. Like, but there are some good villains there.
Yeah,
like, they're not all the same level of disinteresting. Yeah. Hey, then I watched the Daredevil trailer. Like, it doesn't look like they're screwing up Kingpin. I think he's going to be a good.
Oh, was he in there? I watched it silent. So.
Why?
Oh, I'm just not much about Daredevil. I didn't like that show much. It was okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Another L from Kyle.
Yeah, it was a big L. Right. Yeah, the show was an L for me. Yeah, no, I thought Daredevil was a genius, and he surrounded himself with complete nincompoops, and it made no sense.
I don't want to get into this because I will get legitimately angry.
Okay, I'm winning too hard. Yeah. Moving on.
No, your taste is too shit.
Well, then let's read something that's not shit, shall we?
The patch notes? I got news for you, buddy.
Well, I was talking about supers here, but we can do that too.
Just Sony super, pour one out for those poor animators for the second Spider-Verse movie. Screw you, Sony. I don't know what that's in reference to. I'm assuming it's crunch. Was there crunch?
I mean,
it was probably crunch.
I've seen the list at the end of animated movies right now, and the outsourcing is strong. The many studios it takes to make one movie. Deadpool was like that too. I was amazed actually that it was that good with that many studios.
I mean, any big budget movie these days is going to be like that.
Yeah.
It's my buddy I graduated with. He left DreamWorks to go work for a different company where they exclusively they just get hired to be one of those studios that
probably
you see.
Pretty smart gig.
Yeah, well, it also helped him hit his dream of working on a Star Trek movie.
Oh, nice. That's badass.
He got to work on Into Darkness. He's the biggest Trekker I have ever known. He is a huge fan of Star Trek. So, I remember being so happy for him when I got news that he worked on it. No, and I think he's had touched something from every Marvel movie from God knows how far back. So, yeah, that kind of thing is nuts. And I'm aware because I usually sit there to see my buddy's name and just go, hell yeah, woo!
You go.
Yep. Let's see. Real bad crunch if I remember correctly. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, capital C. Yeah, that's sadly still an issue out there. Winkle super gonna tell my next date. We're gonna sit back and raw dog Netflix. Wish me luck. I
mean, we're workshopping. The idea
what
is
has
sound.
Kristen done?
The idea is sound. The word isn't exactly perfect, but we can figure this out.
Yeah, Kyle, when we're done with the stream, make sure you go find Kristen and be like, listen, we're going to need to work on vocabulary because here's what you just wrought.
Here, yeah, you need to work on what you tell me because I'll tell stream a version of it that I interpreted from you, and the telephone gets a little rough sometimes.
Do you have that a lot? There's not a ton of things that we're like, Katie uses it so much in our local vernacular that it becomes a problem. But a big one is because we have two lovely girl dogs. Katie refers to them endearingly as the bitches, and so I refer to them endearingly as the bitches. But I feel like if I referred to my dogs as the bitches without explaining that to stream, some people will be like, "What the what?"
It could be, yeah, it could be misinterpreted.
Yes. So if Garrett says, "Where's my bitches?" Yes, exactly what I do sometimes. I have definitely made that joke in my household. 100%.